Hello everyone, Veigar V2 here. I'm making this video to give you guys an update on how to play Veigar for the final split of Season 14. There's been quite a few item changes, and certain champions are very strong, other champions not so strong. There's been removal of certain things that Veigar enjoyed. For example, Shurelya's has been nerfed and nerfed and nerfed, so it gives very little movement speed. Anathema's chains has been removed, Everfrost has been removed. So a lot of items that Veigar really enjoyed is no longer either viable or they're no longer even in the game. So I'm going a new build. It's Winter's Approach Veigar. If you don't know what Winter's Approach is, it's this item. This item is not very good according to many people. I played versus Hums the other day, and as you can see, he was very surprised as well.
My champions go good against Lee later. Should be fine.
Building Winter's Approach, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought it. I don't know.
Is that what you build on Veigar?
No clue, bro. I didn't see a Veigar for a long time.
So let me dive into it. Let me explain why. Why am I playing Winter's Approach on Veigar? So, with every champion, you gotta understand what stats do you need. Veigar needs mana. That's why Archangel Staff is an option, Rod of Ages is an option, and Ludens is an option. Archangels, 2.9k gold, 2.8, 2.6. Winter's Approach, however, 2.4. Winter's Approach is the cheapest mana item that Veigar can buy. This is huge, because on top of this, if we go to the patch notes, and we look at the AP items, okay, Rod of Ages got its stacks nerfed. Okay, so it costs more, and it gives way less health than Fimbulwinter does, and it gives way less health than Winter's Approach even though it's unstacked. Let's say you finish your Winter's Approach, you have around these stacks. This item is now giving me 700 HP. 700 health. And then this will, of course, turn into even more, right? Because now that I have Fimbulwinter, now it's over 700, plus it'll give me a shield if I do stun people. Right? Now, you're not buying this item for the shield. The shield is a bonus. You shouldn't really rely on the shield. Sometimes it helps you out. Sometimes you don't proc it. But it's there. It's nice. But getting 700 health for this gold while gaining the mana and the haste is great. That item gives you more haste than Ludens. If you look at Seraph's, Seraph gives you more haste, but you're squishy. Look at the build path. If you're playing Veigar, you play Veigar into, let's say, an assassin. Let's say you're against Zed, or you're against Fizz. You can easily have at least Tear, Kindle Gem, when Fizz is level 6. That gives you 200 more health to lane with. If you really want, instead of the Kindle Gem, you could go Giant's Belt, 350 health. On your next recall, easily you can have Kindle Gem and Giant's Belt. That is 550 health in your laning phase. Rod of Ages, you can't achieve the same thing. Because if you buy Catalyst, then you can have the same amount of HP, but it costs 1.3k gold. And you buy mana inside of the Catalyst, but here you get Tear, which is more mana. You can also start the Tear. You would have to start Mana Crystal and Refill Potion if you want this, but again, Mana Crystal is less mana than this because Tear will stack, right? When players buy Rod of Ages on Veigar, they tend to buy Tear as well, making this a 3,000 gold item basically. This is 2,000 gold if you start your Tear. It is so strong, you are so tanky, and laning phase becomes so easy. Moving on, you can buy any item you want. Usually I would buy Rabadons at this point, just because you're playing Veigar. Yes, Rabadons is nerfed, but you're playing Veigar. You still have a lot of extra AP, and you would normally have a build like this. You still deal plenty of damage, you're still gonna one-shot squishies, but now you can reliably lane with the champion, and you can walk up and cage people without dying to somebody briefing on you. So, would I build this every game? No. Because of course it has downsides. You are buying tanky. You don't always need to be tanky. Right? It's just how it is. Like, yeah, if they have an assassin mid, and it's a hard assassin matchup, then yeah, you need to be tanky. Okay. So you can buy the item. If you're playing against a hard mage matchup, something that can kill you, like Syndra for example, you can also buy this item, and then just go tank later. But of course, if you're against something useless that has no kill pressure on you, and you feel like you need damage against their team comp, you can just go a damage build. You can just go Ludens or Archangels. I would prefer Ludens on this patch if I'm able to like get away with not having the Seraph shield. And then you can just build like this, and you can one-shot people. And then you can of course go Void stuff, and you can buy tanky later, if you choose to. I have an example of this. If you look at this game here, I see Udyr and Skarner on my screen. I see a matchup that I consider very easy, so I just go full damage. I buy Mercs, because they have a lot of CC and magic damage, so I just go Mercs and full damage. Even me going full damage, it was still kinda hard to kill the Skarner and Udyr at some point, but this game, if I went the Fimbulwinter, Winter's Approach build, this game would be very hard, I think. But if you look at my 3 other games, Akali, Katarina, and Syndra, all of those champions have kill pressure on me, and overall in teamfights have kill pressure on me as well. And this game overall is a very scary game. Shaco can one-shot me. But when I had Rabadons and Fimbulwinter stacked, Shaco Q'd on me and hit me with his Halo Blades autos. He didn't kill me. And my build pretty much single-handedly won me this game. You can go watch the VOD. Enemy team was winning, but they couldn't kill me. And same thing in this game. I came into the laning phase with, at the level 6 all-in when Akali wants to ult me, I had a Ruby and a D-ring. She couldn't kill me. Then I came on next base with this. 9 minutes, I have this. Again, if you think you can get away with it, you can start a tear, no problem. But this build is very, very strong. And you scale really well because, I mean, you're playing Veigar. And if you look at Anathema's chains, which this is the item that is the closest to Winter's Approach that we have had. Because it was good on Veigar for similar reasons. The build path is great. It was just ruby crystals. Okay? It was a Giant's Belt and a Kindle Gem. It was literally these 2 items. 550 health without thinking about this. So 700 health is Winter's Approach. Anathema's was 600 health. The items have the same haste, but again, you get the bonus of gaining the mana, so you can have it as your laning item. Because otherwise, unless you're buying Frozen Heart, if you want to be tanky and also have mana, you have to go Rod of Ages. But if you go Rod of Ages, it's a terrible item, and your only benefit is AP. Veigar doesn't need AP. So that's why I like Winter's Approach. Strong laning phase because you can farm for free. Similar to like Smolder with Grasp and Kindle Gem, it's hard to kill him, right? And he just stacks. Veigar becomes similar when you get this. Usually I have my Fimbulwinter at like 14 minutes or so. So you get it stacked pretty quick. Again, if you can get away with starting tier, then you should. So yeah. Winter's Approach, 8 minutes into the game, versus a Syndra. Winter's Approach, Mercs, she can't kill me. Rabadon's at 17 minutes. Game is GG. Veigar is unkillable. These are my runes. I don't go these runes because I think Airy is good. I think all 3 of these runes are bad. I just go Sorcery because I think I want this, and Precision 3 is bad. The best Precision keystone for Veigar is Conqueror, but Conqueror is worse than Airy. So I just go this, so I have a lot of mana. You could go Cut Down instead of Presence, but I've had some games where I go sometimes in early game, And I feel like Veigar needs to spam spells so you can get high AP amount. Double scaling health is fine. You can go this if you think you're massively outranged. You can go this. I don't think AP shard is good. And that's my tips for Veigar for split free. This is why I go Winter's Approach. Cheapest item that gives you mana while making you tanky. Great build path. And also, yes, some people will say, oh, but Seraphs gives you a big shield. It's true, yeah. When you are 18 plus minutes into the game, you have a big Seraph shield. Enemy Akali has already ulted you like 4+ times by that time. And you are squishy having this and this in your inventory. So instead, you could have this in your inventory and never die and become tankier. And the Seraph shield only makes you tanky if you have the Seraph shield. You don't always have the Seraph shield available. And of course, shields could be broken by Relq, Blitzcrank ult, ignored by Pyke, and blah 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 blah. So many champions, Renekton breaks her shields. Shields can be outplayed, HP cannot. So it is not comparable whatsoever. Thank you for watching.